Yeah.
Well, this morning last night I started feeling really crummy right after the stream was done.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, and then I went to sleep and I woke up better, but still full of congestion and stuff. So I just took anti-allergy pills. If I feel better by the end of the stream, then it's just allergies.
Okay.
If I don't, then we'll have to come up with a plan B. But either way, I think you might want to consider having Kayan with you at the what's its.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind.
I know.
I really don't. It's just,
I get it. I but
it's
I work
he's not the one.
Sunday.
He's not the one that I said was showing up.
I
It
know.
was you.
I get it.
So
Well,
it's
and
just like,
I can tell Todd that I'm sick, and
oh no, it's Todd's not the one that it's Beta who I just have to tell.
okay.
Yeah, that's all I have to. I just have to tell Beta that what's going on.
Yep.
Because honestly, I think they were more excited about the fact that I said that that you had a Star Trek thing or
Oh,
a similar thing.
that's a bummer.
So I think
Well, and maybe what I will do is maybe come up for a little bit or something, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, first, let's see if I feel better. I just took a antihistamine or whatever. Hey, Alfie.
hey Alfie.
I think Alfie stayed up late. I hope we didn't get Alfie in trouble.
We don't usually get people in trouble.
Alfie's tired. Yeah, well, we don't, but on the same token, Alfie can stay up till 2:30. I guess tomorrow is Sunday, or is it Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday for you, yeah.
Well, it's
Alfie.
Saturday for us.
Alfie's in Australia.
Oh, International Dateline. Got it.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out whether. Yeah, it is Saturday, so you're going into Sunday. Man, I feel like I spend forever doing this job, finding all of the little widgets and little pieces and bits and whatevers.
There's worse things.
Yeah.
You could have the job wrangling tigers.
Right. Right. I've been there. Alfie's saying he's past the point where he feels tired.
Yeah.
Dang it. You missed that one. Don't miss that one.
One thing I would say that we really didn't talk about yesterday about art school is the amount of people that think art school is actually easy.
Right. I love that one. That one always gets me. Oh, you went to art school. That was easy. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, no. It always boggles my mind on how many people think that it's an easy path. Um,
It's
when it's
because
not.
people have used art school as their easy pass,
Yeah.
right? You only take it as an elective, huh? Interesting. Right. A whole lot of concentration going on here. There we go. Oh man, your art teacher's mean, Alfie. Just saying.
How is Alfie's art teacher mean? Sorry, I'm
Because
not really looking at the.
made Alfie draw a picture with the trackpad.
What?
Yeah,
What do you
right?
mean trackpad?
Like the trackpad on their laptop. Just
Why?
mean. That's just mean.
I haven't done that since digital art started becoming a thing.
Right?
Was it an art history lesson?
You make me feel old. You're starting to say that the trackpads are history.
I made myself and I dated myself. I did say that I used one.
Yep. Just saying, making me feel old.
I know they're old because, they're old.
Yep. Can waves solemnly from the blanket pile.
It's alright. You can stay underneath the blanket pile.
This seems mean.
What seems mean?
Oh, just online drawing websites and stuff like that. That's all. And I know it's mean in a teacher's way. Not really mean, but it's kind of like when I take my kids onto the highway or something like that. Good for them, but also mean.
Uh, uh, I don't know. I remember my first accident at 17. The one of the people that taught me how to drive forced me to drive for like a month.
Get back on the horse.
That's what she said. Because the person was my aunt.
Mm-hmm. Right? Alfie's not quite ready to drive cars yet. That's all right. There's no reason to rush anything.
Hey, if you can get around not doing it, it's fine.
Yeah. I feel like Australia is kind of like America in that everything is so far apart that it's really hard to just, to ride trains or whatever. If you're in like Melbourne or Brisbane or something like that, maybe Sydney, but anywhere else, I feel like it's just like it is here. Things are just too far apart.
Yeah. I have a friend who lives in Queensland, so
It's all right, huh? All these windowsills. So many windowsills. So little time. Mm-hmm. So when when I make these blue, then I can tell which ones I've finished and which ones have not been finished. And those front seals are not finished, but the back seals are. I hope someday people will be like, he spent so many hours working on these models. I hope we appreciate these models. Not the he spent so much time on these models. Nobody noticed that.
he spent so much time on these models. But why do there's so much documentation about his star charts?
Right? So much about star charts. People worried about his sanity.
There was even other people's spouses so worried that he was focusing too much that they tried to pick up the slack.
Right? Art is fun.
Nope. Just a spam risk.
Getting a phone call from Mr. Spammer, Mr. ID Spammer.
Yeah, I've had several spam callers already this morning before 8 o'clock.
Nice. Alfie, I wear glasses too, but I don't need it to see up close. I need it to see far away.
I need glasses, period. So I can't go without it.
Right?
I feel the glasses wearing problem wholeheartedly. And the reason for it being is I have one eye that's farsighted and one eye that's nearsighted, so I can't see out of both eyes without glasses.
That sounds like a pleasant, happy day.
Oh no, it's not. I don't recommend it.
Yep, I think so too.
Hmm?
He's saying as long as you can see, it's fine.
Hey. I mean, I wish I could do LASIK, get rid of my glasses, but that won't guarantee that I won't need glasses due to hereditary stuff that I deal with for vision.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nice. Glad you warned me, Kat.
What's that?
Kat did a sketch.
This sketch. Cool.
Yep. Oh, I just realized I'm not sharing my screen at all.
I thought you were just being secretive.
I'm totally being secretive.
Yeah.
There
I
we
was
go.
going to ask when you became me.
Arosu. Nice. I'm like sitting here going, so the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, and of course I'm not sharing my screen. That's about typical.
Screw it. I am just supposed to do a quick sketch. It's not supposed to take me very long. It took me way too long for this. Voicemail?
The spammers are leaving you voicemail?
Yeah. Oh, modify or verify your update for your business. Boop. All right. Here we go. Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, nice. Phantom of the Falling Over. I like it.
Yep. Okay.
I totally draw in math too.
So Saturdays is the Wolfman, and Sunday is the Mummy.
Wolfman's got nards.
Huh?
Wolfman's got nards.
What do you mean, nards?
You don't remember that movie, whatever that movie was from the 80s? Where the kind of like the Goonies riding the Goonies wave, and
Oh,
the kids are
Monster
like,
Squad.
yeah, Monster Squad. That's it. Only line I
Yeah,
remember
no,
from
I
the movie.
remember it. I just block it from my memory.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it's the only line I remember. It's funny. Why do you have to wake up at 6? Alfie, you're like my kid. My kid does this too. The whole, I've got to get up in 4 hours, but that's okay. I'm like, why would you do this to yourself voluntarily?
Because they're children?
There we go. You too. Everything on the forward. Everything on the forward. Good. Just don't sleep. Okay.
By the way, it's not that I dislike Monster Squad. I'll be honest, I did like it when I was a child. I really did. My only problem with it was it was too much like Goonies.
Right.
And like all film industry stuff, once you have success in one thing, it trickles through everything. But I also think that the Goonies did one good thing for child media. The treatment of child media.
Right.
Like they showed the kids being the ones like that were solving everything and all that fun stuff. So that part was actually kind of cool. And then the only thing that I think recently that I have seen that has had that type of nostalgia feel is Finding Ohana, which ironically had uh, uh, Key in it, the guy who played Data
Yep.
was in Finding Ohana.
Hey, yeah, actually, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's funny. Alfie's like, I'm not going to stay up watching random people on the internet. And here we are. Okay. Assign blue to all of those because we've gotten them. There are still bits and pieces left. What's left? I think it's literally the sides. So you and you. And I think that might be all that faces this way. Which is fine because really it should be you as well down here. But that's a floorboard. That's not really, that's part of the outer hall. All of these guys are going to be black ultimately whenever I finish off the work. So, all right, we'll go to this side of the vehicle. I'm having a discussion with your husband. He has just discovered that the Gaia probe didn't actually catch named stars, so he can't find Bellatrix because that's a named star.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in there going, what do I do? And I'm like, yeah, just give me the ability to translate using the translator in a text file or something, and I'll just add it in. Because it's the only ones that are in there are Haydn Prime and Bellatrix. Those are the only ones that are not in there, and Betelgeuse. And so in my zone, everything else is in the database. So. But it is weird. It's like the Gaia probe decided not to pick any stars that had names. That's just really weird. Why would you do that? You know, it's kind of like, huh, interesting.
Well, it's like I was looking up dwarf planets last night, and that's that task I was doing that I said that I was not supposed to be doing.
Right, and you're not doing star charts. You promise.
I'm not doing star charts. Nope. I was just literally I was looking up dwarf planets. And I'm finding that when I said in the solar system that we're currently in, I'm looking for all the dwarf planets that are there. I kept getting only 5, and I'm like, we have about 16. What happened to the other ones? And a planet, and so basically 5. So they did to dwarf planets that they did to Pluto.
Right.
So they went through and like reclassified a whole bunch of things. So some of those dwarf planets are now mini planets, which is not the same as a dwarf planet.
Right. I love Moana. I'm saying that too, Alfie, because Alfie's talking about Moana. Sorry. Yep. And so you're looking at like Quara and Sedna. And
yeah. Quar, Sedna, Makemake.
Makemake, yeah. Makemake.
Yeah, and then for some weird reason, I had down there that we had a dwarf planet named Pavo and a dwarf planet named Botes or Butes.
Okay.
I forget on how to pronounce the O with the 2 dots above it.
Oh. Bootes?
Yeah, but there's 2 dots over the second O.
Yeah, that's a constellation.
Yeah, so Pavo and
Booties.
So both of those have a planet that has been discovered within that constellation.
Yes.
That they have named those 2 names because the proximity of the visibility within the constellation and the planet. But those are neither of those are in our solar system. So How I got them, I do not know.
Right. Booties is a constellation, not a and the IAW
Pavo is also a constellation. It's the peacock.
Pavo is not, but
No,
Booties is.
Pavo is the peacock constellation.
Oh. Oh yeah. Okay. Southern constellation. It's a
Yeah,
constellation that Alfie sees.
that's the constellation that Alfie apparently is Moana.
Yeah. Alfie's reciting the movie Moana, which is fine. I like that
Mm.
movie a lot. So Moana is one where I've seen the actual art from the art
Mm-hmm.
books, and it makes me kind of sad because I would have loved to have seen them do Moana as a 2D animation. It's okay as a 3D animation. It's not bad, but still kind of like, meh, it would have been cool. All right. We got one more piece up here that needs to be dealt with.
Oh, did Brent ask if we wanted that stuff posted to the website? And I miss it.
Want what for the website?
I just got notified that someone had asked about. Oh, the art rules and challenges.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we should
So
put that on the website.
I think we got everything set. Let me go ahead and send you all of them. Two of them we're not doing yet, so let me send over the three that you can do right now, which are like creator driven, not R driven. Because I don't think Guy nor myself are at the point where we can um, do that. And I
Are
don't
you
know if
watching Moana at this point in time, Alfie? You seem to be reciting it in real time. Not that that's necessarily a proof that you're watching it, because of course I also can recite Star Trek 2 in real time. I could just start right now.
Sorry, Brent. It's been a while since I've talked to you on Messenger. Apparently,
Yeah,
after
you're
my
doing it in your
birthday.
head. I do the same thing with Star Trek 2. I can definitely recite every last bit of Star Trek 2.
There you are.
All right.
Just sent it over to you, Brent.
There's the header panel.
It makes you feel any better, Alfie. When my brain decides that it's time for me to sleep and I can't really sleep yet, I hallucinate. So, completely feel you.
All right. Let's get this figured out. This is the interior. So we need to be inside the spacecraft. There we go. And then this is this bottom piece. Yes? Yes. So where is this? There. Gotcha. All of this.
Like a shiny Pokemon or a shiny crystal, Alfie?
Oh, he's talking about the turtle. In Moana.
I know.
Being shiny. I can't sing because of all the phlegm in my throat. That's a bummer. because I like that song. He's funny. Turtle is, or the crab. He's a crab. I don't know why I call him a turtle. He's a crab because he's got that shell that, and that's obviously what I'm thinking in my head. And so, does that make any sense? No, no, not at all. All right. Don't whistle. We can't whistle. It'll attract George. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, sorry. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah.
I forget what happens after that. I know it's only 3.
I think there's one more. Because it is. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah,
Just loot?
and there's do 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 do. One more. Do do. That's the whole phrase. Boom chee boom chee boom. I know that we have sent your dearly beloved husband off on a bizarre wild goose chase, but I want to say how much I really appreciate it because I'll be able to put that voice to sleep because I have absolute faith that Bill knows what he's doing, whereas I have no faith that I know what I'm doing. So wherever the stars lie with Bill's little translator is where it will lie. Bill is Pepper's husband. He's in the other room working on
Work. His actual job.
I don't think he's working. Well, he might be working.
Yeah.
And so he's right now working on. So Alfie, all of the stars in my comic are real stars. So when my spaceship goes to a certain star, it's the real star. So that's important. And for me, it has been very important to make sure that the stars were correct so that you couldn't have an astronomer go, oh, that's not a real star. So I have been fighting for a couple of years, though, because just like a lot of us, I'm not good at math. And the way that we tell where a star is how far up from the equator is it? How far over from Greenwich Mean Time, which is British, and then how far away. And you need to use trigonometry to find the answer to that. And I'm not good at trigonometry. And so I ended up with stars in all the wrong places. And Bill is now writing a piece of code that automatically goes and gets all the information from all the astronomy sites about these stars and then builds an exact location for each one of them. Right. So, and what I was saying was, I really appreciate it because it's becoming an obsession enough that everybody in the group makes fun of me for it. Rightfully so. I get a little obsessed about it. And so the fact that Bill's doing this means that I will be able to concentrate on something else because I can just have faith that Bill did it right. And Bill is a math dude, and I am not. So,
Yeah, Bill does math on a regular.
right, I can't. It's so far beyond me, but I can make the maps look cool, and I will make the maps look cool.
Yeah. Well, Bill does math on a regular because he's
He's a
in
programmer.
IT world, so math is needed.
Oh, certainly. All right, we have the back of the vehicle now. Let's start from here. Inside back.
That's what you always say, but you never get it right.
Right? Right. The biggest problem I've got, Alfie, is I totally understand, but it's not. But I understand, but it doesn't. But it's not accurate, because what I understand is where the stars are. I can see them in a box. I can see them, but not accurate enough to draw them out. So some part of my brain does get it, just doesn't like to work it out for reasons.
Neurospicy.
I feel like you're missing a piece. I like looking at that going, looks like you're missing a piece. It's like a clippy thing. Looks like you're trying to find a piece of your model. Would you like help? Oh no, I guess I don't. I guess that is what it's supposed to be. Fair?
What's 7 plus 9?
Right. She's just trying to help
Okay.
out. She's just trying to help
Well,
out.
7 plus 9 is 16, but divided by 2 is 8. I can do simple like math like that.
Nope.
Don't try
I
to
mean,
get
I
me to do
could, but
trigonometry. I won't kill it. I will die.
trying to figure out the trig that was required to do that, those stars, though, that's murder. It was pretty brutal. Oh, we were just talking about you. Malicious George attack. He comes in and attacks me by the side of his face to get scritches. This is what he does.
As far as I am aware, Guy will have to answer that. But also at the same time, if anything comes up, I'll let you know, Can. As far as I'm aware, I only talked to them about Guy. I didn't talk to them about you because I wasn't sure. I thought you were. I didn't know that you wanted to go.
So I would really like it if you would swap me for Can. If you can make
Um,
that work. Because either way, I could use standing down for tomorrow. Because I work on Sunday. And if this is allergies or cold, either way, I should probably rest tomorrow so that I'm not sick at class. So,
all right. So I need to write an email saying that I'm switching it.
yep. Because I'm sickly, potentially sickly. We don't know.
Well, I mean, we all know that you're sick in the head. Don't worry about that.
Yep. That's a different type of sickly. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the right thing, right? Right, George? Right, George? George visit. Mr. George visit. George is a good cat. George is a good cat. He likes to sit up here right in front of my face so that I can't possibly do work.
All right. What I'll do is I'm still waiting on certain stuff to come back news wise for me today. So what I'll do is I'll email Beta um, the moment I know
Perfect.
anything, because if I get a certain type of news,
Yep.
Can you be by yourself? I wouldn't be able to go with you. Because something happened last week that now I'm like waiting for more stuff.
News. Yep. That's all right. We'll figure it.
So, but I had already told Todd yes to the event.
It's all right. Well,
So,
like I said, if it comes down to that, we'll make sure it's okay. We'll get it. We'll get
yeah.
it down.
So yeah. No, Alfie, you're not like doing anything weird in the background. You're doing what most of our heads do while we're talking to one another. So,
Legitimately. Have you noticed all the weird stuff going on out there? You should check into it. I mean, who knows? Anything could be happening out there. Mm-hmm. All right. Now to the back.
is that my husband?
Cool. I think I clarified that in private message. Can, so he gets it.
Clarified what?
What's going on? The things you can't say online.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of stuff I wish to say online. I just can't.
Right? No, I don't think we're that worried about you talking in third person, Alfie.
I think we would only get worried if we noticed that you were talking in like slurred speech while online.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So, in order for the line work to look right, I need to make sure that all of the pieces that I have grabbed are roughly the same size or in
Oh.
scale with one another. So, the only thing that I'm going to intentionally not put in scale with one another is the control panels. If all goes well, though, I can't find it readily. So, Pepper, when you've got a moment, the can needs the address so he can figure out where he's going. Not urgent.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can do that right
I,
now. Ugh. There you go.
thank you.
You came back. Hello.
Re-hi. We're all still plugging away. Boy, we're plugging away on this, aren't we? And these are the two control panels for upper panels. And they'll go over here. And these are the side panels. Yes, side panels. We'll put them aside as well. We're doing pretty good, I guess. Still plugging along. Let's see here. Oh, okay, I see how I did this. And that's the trim on that. Cool. Makes it easy. Well, now you're on to Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
I have the 1991 collector's edition of that one, which I really like. It's got the work in progress on it. So, like, it wasn't finished for the New York Film Festival. And so they were going to show it at the New York Film Festival, but they needed it to be, at least presentable. So they made a version where it wasn't quite ready. All the animatics were together and stuff like that. So you get a beautiful, like, rundown of how animation works through the Disney studio. Because it's got some are just the storyboards, going through the scenes. And then some, it's the line drawings done in the overlay machine. So you can see through all the pieces of paper a little bit because of like the onion skinning effect. And then some of it's just fully completed. I absolutely love that version of it. Frozen is weird. Yeah, maybe. Yes, that depends on your point of view. Son. Right. Now we're down to here. What was that?
That's me.
Okay. As long as that was you.
I think I remind Bill of something. Hold on.
Okay.
Bill, it's 10 o'clock.
There is sort of a little bit of a weird loop like that, isn't there?
Huh?
It's just Alfie is talking about Frozen being kind of strange. I can see what they're talking about.
Well, the story that is based off of um, the Ice Queen is a really strange story. They also took a lot of liberties with it because the Ice Queen in reality is not sisters with the female hero.
Yep.
Um,
All right. I feel like building models is like super boring for everybody but me. Oh, you're not even watching me build models.
so the comic book shop, by the way, is Beta's Thingamajiggets.
Is what?
The comic book shop. We've been calling it the comic book shop, but it's actually called Beta's Thingamajiggets.
Oh. Well, then that happened. There we go.
There's also coffee and stuff too there.
Right. Olaf having a little bit of a problem there. Are these back? These are the aft parts of the monitor. Yes? Yes.
Okay.
I admit, I like Olaf too.
So this is my most interesting panel page I've done so far.
Oh, look at all those panels. Actually, I like that.
Essentially, it's a dog saving a small little girl from pirates.
There.
That's what's being drawn on that. Last page.
You're going to summon my child doing that.
Oh, that's alright. I know on how to get rid of your child. Just turn on Pokemon Violet or Scarlet.
Right? He's like, yeah, I don't want to do this. Okay.
Have its all of its bugs out. Sure.
He is who he is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's not the only one. I know that there's a ton of people that are like, after the first release of the game having so many bugs, they've never given the game a second chance at all.
Right.
So he's not the only one that I've seen that with. Uh, so have you guys seen the new Mario Brothers movie or?
No. Somebody is just a little too close to F's on somebody's report cards. So we've been concentrating on keeping him out of losing his
Yeah.
screen time for the summer because that would really, really bite.
So what does that look like for you guys? Do you just send them to summer camp?
No, he just makes it through the summer without screens, which would make him very sad. Because we got a lot of things going on over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
The Pope's Exorcist? I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a movie.
Okay.
There's like 3 Exorcist-like movies out right now.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I know. But you have to remember, some of them are just... They're not the same. It's just they're all possession type storylines.
That's fair. Ooh. Exorcist movies very rarely have a lot of impact on me. You have to be kind of religious, I think, to actually find the scary in that to some degree.
Bill just doesn't like jump scares.
Me neither. I can't deal
Which
with it.
I hate to phrase it like that, but a lot of exorcists or possession movies, they're mainly jump scares.
Yeah, that's all they are.
Um, I know there's a new Stephen King one coming out, and I called Boogeyman,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, great, another thing Stephen King has to ruin for people. Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be someone out there that thinks that he created the Boogeyman.
Yeah.
Sorry. I like the horror genre, but I hate Stephen King. I'm a conundrum.
Fine by me. It's 2:12. Look at you. Alfie's stuck with us this entire time.
Yay,
I
I think. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to take that as a good thing or an insult.
don't think it's either. Just Alfie being Alfie. Alfie doing what Alfie does.
Okay.
My kiddo likes to do that too. Like I said, not entirely sure why, but I'm okay with it. As long as Alfie's not getting busted and we're going to get in trouble because of Alfie's parents, I'm okay. I feel like I can pretty much just take any of these things and it's a whole bunch of weird anomaly pieces in the vehicle, and I don't think any of it would be harmed by being just black. So I'm going to take all of you guys. I'm going to do this. Lowest profile. Project from view. And I'll just put you in the corner.
No one puts baby in the corner.
Right? A whole bunch of little teeny pieces. There we go. Alfie's attempting to sleep. Well, attempting to make Alfie's mom think that Alfie is asleep. That's the undercarriage piece.
All right. Got page 8 all laid out. Yay.
Good job.
Now, So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to finish Space Duck
Okay.
using this challenge.
I'll do Space Cat. You do Space Duck. That sounds like we've got it all under control.
But I think what I'm going to do also is I think I'm going to have a theme through mine. So I'm going to try to get like 4 stories done and then put them all together as space themed stories.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Um, I mean, you can do the same. That's fine. I'm not going to stop you there. I'm just wondering.
Not worried.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if I should do another silent comic.
Yeah, that's what I like doing. That's what I'm doing with it. Is I'm trying to do it without any sound because that'd be fun.
Well,
Great.
initially when I started doing
All the time comic.
when I initially started doing comics, that's all I did was nonverbal comics.
Yep. I can't do them. I'm very bad at them. So.
I had an idea to do a comic based off of my siblings and myself, um, and our childhood,
Mm-hmm.
like the good parts of my childhood, not the bad. Um, Interacting with my dog Snickers, that sort of stuff. So it would have been like slice of life and everything,
Sure.
and would have shown Florida in the 80s. So I decided to go against it because my sisters didn't want me to use my memories, and they didn't want to help me with the story. So sisters,
Right.
exactly what it was.
It is what it is.
Well, when you have sisters, of course it is what it is because they usually don't agree with anything that you want to do.
'Tis the nature of sisters.
Hmm?
'Tis the nature of sisters.
Yes. So, I have like a bunch of like I somehow managed to get a bunch of paper pads that have nothing but like 9 sheets in them.
That's weird.
Yeah. So, alrighty. Right. Let me see. Cinco de Mayo.
It is indeed.
Everyone says I always hear the things like Cinco de Mayo is like this or that. It's not really a thing in Mexico, and I'm like I know it's not a thing in Mexico. Um, I've known that for years. But like St. Patrick's Day, it is a holiday that has been acknowledged by the U.S. citizens to de-escalate tensions, racial tensions, um, um, for a great deal of amount of things.
Yep. That's why we've got Juneteenth now.
Juneteenth has actually had a very long history of being celebrated. It's just being brought to the surface for everyone else.
Yes. That's why we have Juneteenth now. Same reason.
No, I don't think you I don't think you understand what I just said.
Yes, I did. It's been celebrated by the black people alone, and now it's being recognized as a national holiday for
Oh,
the same reasons.
gotcha.
Same thing as Cinco de Mayo, where we're trying to kind of make it a little bit easier on the racial tensions.
Hmm.
I am missing. How do I keep missing these things?
Yeah, Alfie. So Juneteenth is the final day which slavery was outlawed in America, and it's celebrated by the Black community as their version of Independence Day from being slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Because this occurred in June.
On June 13th.
Yeah. Um, and it's a very poignant holiday for them because that's when they were allowed to be seen as citizens.
It's my chair, not a scratching post, George. We have a right, just star charts. Star charts.
Yep, guy opens a gallery exhibit. That's exactly what would happen. Everything would be star charts everywhere. Yes, and I've heard of the war that you lost to the emus. In my mind, it's a very interesting furry war.
Right.
I don't know how else to explain what I see visibly when I hear about your emu loss.
That said, the Australians did amazing in World War II because they were the first to come up against the modified Japanese plans where they had been brainwashing their own soldiers. And so the poor Australians didn't know what to do at that point because they were running into stuff that was way out of their league. It's pretty brutal. It's not often that a military earns the respect of the U.S. Marines, but that was definitely a time where the Australian Army earned the respect of the U.S. Marines. Mostly because our Marines are somewhat crazy.
Bye, Alfie.
Are you? Oh no. Bye bye. Poor Alfie. Hope he didn't get busted. It's cute of him to stay up though. Mother is awake sounds very much like some sci-fi trope.
Or a horror trope.
Yep, or a horror trope. Mother is awake.
Mother. Yeah, they. When I was doing the whole thing for the D&D stuff, they asked me like, do I know who the person's skull and stuff that belongs that's from the banjo? And I was like, I think so. And they're like, do you have a name? Mother is all I said. They're like, okay, Cubone, no.
Right? All right. Did our music die? The day the music died.
It's not been playing this entire time. Okay. 1 second.
Oh, this is good. I'll finish this guy just in time. We have to do the little experiment thing to see if this works, because I'm not 100% sure how to do it with multiple UV maps on the same thing. So we'll have to see if this goes wonky on us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an outside texture map and an inside texture map.
All right.
And you're like, uh-huh.
Well, no, I decided to take a play out of your handbook and get a prompt list for another 8-page comic idea.
There you go.
So, suggestions, and I even have like suggested titles, which I probably can't use any of them, but that's besides the point. The Lost Planet. A group of space explorers land on a planet that was thought to be uninhabited, only to discover it's home to a mysterious alien race. Suggestion 2, The Space Race. 2 rival pilots compete in a high-speed race through an asteroid field, dodging obstacles and fighting for first place. Number 3 is Space Pirates. A band of space pirates attempt to hijack a cargo ship, shipping valuable cargo, only to be thwarted by the ship's clever crew. The 4th one is Alien Invasion. When an alien armada arrives on Earth, it's up to a team of plucky astronauts to fly in a makeshift spaceship into space and fight back against the invaders. That one seems the most interesting so far.
Yeah, that one is kind of interesting.
This space station, a day in the life of the crew aboard a massive space station orbiting the planet, including a surprise visit from an unexpected visitor.
Someone's mom.
Yeah. The time traveler, a lone time traveler journeys through the galaxy, encountering strange new worlds and facing off against dangerous foes. The asteroid belt. 2 miners working in the asteroid belt stumble upon a hidden cache of valuable minerals, but soon find themselves in a life or death struggle to keep their find.
That's the plot of the first book of The Expanse.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you have the straight up The Martian. So, needless to say, after becoming stranded on the Red Planet, an astronaut must use all of her wits and cunning to survive against impossible odds to find her way back to Earth. I don't know about you, but replace her with him, and you got the movie.
I was going to say, they're totally getting away with it because it's a her.
Yeah, that's the only difference. So I think I kind of like the 4th one, the Alien Invasion.
That one sounds good too.
Yeah, I think it's the safest, and it has the most broadest thing to do.
Just goes to show how many standard tropes we kind of have in our science fiction. Mostly. Yeah. But we knew that. Can already has goldfish there and everything.
each panel is each page is 3 panels so far.
Yeah, that's the one thing I noticed. It cannot conceive of more than 3 panels, which I find intriguing.
Yeah. Actually, I think I want to work within that limitation.
I kind of
Right
like
now,
it
I'm on
too.
page 6,
I ended up a couple of pages where it would do something like panel 2, main character A and character B fight the bad guys and win. You're like, that's just one panel, you know? And so I'm
yeah.
kind of like, a goldfish. You have a goldfish in the place that you're going. That's what you do.
So they're like, great, here's an 8-page comic based on your suggestion. Page 1, a peaceful night sky over Earth, with the shooting star in the distance. Panel 2, suddenly the shooting star grows bigger and bigger, and the people of Earth start panicking. That's a really hard one to do in one panel.
Right?
The shooting star reveals itself to be a massive alien ship hovering over Earth. Page 2 is news reports show the alien ships have landed in all cities all over the world. Panel 2, a group of plucky astronauts, led by Captain Scott, come up with a plan to fight back against the aliens. Okay.
See what I mean? Like,
Okay.
in one panel, here's our plan.
Okay.
We're going to fight the aliens.
Yeah, they hastily build a makeshift spaceship out of spare parts and rocket fuel. Oh my god, that seems dangerous.
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. The astronauts launch their ship and head towards the alien fleet. If they're already landed on the ground, why are they going in the air? They dodge laser blasts and incoming ships as they make their way towards the mothership. They crash land inside the mothership, ready to take on the aliens. Page 4 is the rest of the team fights their way through the alien ship. They manage to find the alien weapon control and destroy it, causing chaos on the alien ship. They make their way back to their makeshift ship, but are pursued by alien ships. The astronauts engage in a dogfight with alien ships. They manage to destroy the alien ships and escape the mothership. They return to Earth as heroes, but Captain Scott is taken to the hospital with his injury. So somehow he got injured in the entire thing, and we don't know.
Wasn't in a panel. Didn't happen.
Didn't happen in a panel, so yeah. And then the world celebrates the victory against the alien invasion. The astronauts are hailed as heroes and given ticker tape parade. Captain Scott is visited by the president, who thanks him for his bravery. The astronauts back in the lab begin to plan their next potential alien invasion. They vow to be ready for anything that comes their way. Final panel shows the peaceful night sky over Earth once again with no signs of alien invasion. I feel like this is not simple. I feel like this is so elaborate. I would take each page and make a page per each one of those panels. Does that make sense?
Yep. Oh, that's important. You're almost there, and then at the last minute, kaboom. Not that bad. So inner ring, and then exhaust and everything from that side. So oh yeah, that's important. That's really important. The good news is actually reading what ChatGPT generates. I'm like, well, not really that threatened.
Oh, now I have captions.
Right? I'm kind of like, well. There we go. This is all the internal cowling of this particular engine. Oh, maybe I don't want to do that. So this should all be my starboard engine. Yep. 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 Excellent. And that leaves you to be my port engine. Good job. Us.
I actually had to say, please give me 5 to 8 panels per page.
Did it do it?
Yeah. And now I'm getting dialogue as well, because I
That was
asked
the
for
problem.
dialogue as well.
I started changing stuff up, and then it started giving me dialogue, and I liked it better without the dialogue. So I was just going to inject more panels.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Well, with this one, it's like it's giving me dialogue, but it's not doing. It's still doing the 3 panels only.
Yeah, it doesn't understand that. Kane's right. It doesn't understand tension and release.
So it also doesn't do parameters of 5 to 10, I guess, the way that I wrote it. But some of the things that they're coming up with for the dialogue are super cheesy and so much fun. Like
right.
One of them is
a
news anchor. A news anchor is saying, "Incredible news! The alien invasion has been defeated. The world owes a debt to gratitude to these brave astronauts."
Yep. This is a good use of AI, I think. Because it's a good experiment. It gets us to stretch our muscles a little bit, but it's not abandoning, a writer somewhere.
These are just ideas that I'm waiting for ChatGPT to finally process what I'm saying.
Right.
I basically went, can each page have more panels to explain the story? And it's still thinking.
Wow, you slugged it out. I feel like I should go up to it and say, logic is a little tweeting bird that sounds bad. Easily entertained.
Hey, I got an additional panel.
One more panel.
Yeah. So everything's now 4 panel.
Oh, hey, anybody here want to work on Iacon with me?
Huh?
Volunteer for Iacon? Anybody want to volunteer for Iacon?
When is it again?
June something. just around the corner. We need volunteers, people to help us with chairs and stuff like that. You don't have to. I realize that one of my jobs today is to contact all of the volunteers and make sure everybody is lined up and ready to go. And I was like, and Raph was asking me, like, have you had any luck finding volunteers? And I'm like, well, didn't really know that was my job, but you know what? I'll do it. I was like, I guess that means
Wait, are you the volunteer coordinator?
I am.
Are you?
And
I wasn't sure what you were doing for Iacon, so.
Yeah. So, if anybody's interested, I don't know if I'm. I don't know where Brian is or Kane is. Sorry, Kane. They have been stressing out about things like we don't have enough tables and stuff like that for Artist Alley. So,
like, they don't have enough people signed up?
No, they don't have enough physical tables.
Oh.
So I've got to find tables for them, which is fine.
I thought their venue would have provided the tables.
The venue probably will provide tables for a lot of money. So, find something better.
So why wasn't it just bring your own table?
BYOT. Just saying.
And bring your own chairs.
Oddly, I think the venue has the chairs covered, so we're good there.
I mean, I have comfortable folding chairs that I would bring.
Right.
So.
And I don't know, Can, whether you're still doing a table and you and I are doing tables together. I have no earthly idea. I'll have to ask and see. You ended up in that kind of weird space because I guess it was empty or not filled out properly or whatever. So there was this like error. And now that we're on the con, it's, oh yeah, we've got to remember to do that because that's, now it's a special thing instead of working with all of the other stuff. There's something special going on. So that means, as you might imagine, that Raph and I both forget because it's out now. It's no longer in the easy zone for us to remember. So what we might do is kill two birds with one stone. There we go. And have you man a table, and I can draft you every so often to do things. That might be something plausible. Not 100% sure.
I just have to see, because if I do it, I might as well ask Bill if he wants to do it. But
I want you to bring a table. I don't think it's actually I don't think we're at BYOT just yet.
So, to give you an update, it gave me that one extra panel, but it stopped giving me pages.
Oh, you actually clogged it up?
Yeah.
You done broke it?
Not on purpose.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm going to do these engines as cowlings. Then they'll be separate units, and then I should be able to put all the body pieces together. Especially since those two panels really should be the same size and are not.
Well, so long as you get it right the first time, right?
Mm-hmm. There we go. 2 engines. Yes, yes. Double check to make sure that only parts that are. Yep. Looks like that's the whole critter. Except for you guys.
Are you in the 3D texture mapping phase?
Have been all day. Alfie has got me singing Moana songs in my head now. It's funny.
You are Moana?
Yes, now I am, I guess. All right, on the inside. That's the after section, so there. That's one engine gone. Except for that one stupid triangle. Good heavens. It's like tracking down children, I swear. Where's this guy? There. Man. So phlegmy. All right, we've passed 11 o'clock, but I want to finish this count. And then lunch is calling me. All right. Port cowling, starboard cowling. Yeah. What's this? Why didn't you select you? Where does that go? This is one of those. It'll probably be obvious, won't it? No, it's not obvious. Where does that go? There. This is like a big jigsaw puzzle.
Because if you place it in the wrong space, all of a sudden the spaceship explodes.
What?
If you place it in the wrong place, the spaceship explodes, right?
Yep, the jigsaw puzzle. Yeah, especially when we're dealing with engines. I mean, it's a thing. You have to be careful with engines.
They're hot.
They are sexy engines. No. Damn it. All right. I always feel like I have one more thing. And then we'll be done. Just one more thing,
I feel like the what's it? That show, is it Jackie Chan's cartoon show?
Yes.
It's like the grandfather was always going one more thing.
One more thing. I just want to get to a point where I won't forget what I was doing. The chaotic way that I do these things, I will set up something and then I'll go, I'll come back and fix this in a minute because I got to fix this other piece. And I'll forget, and then I'll export the model and go through all of the trouble of getting it to work in Daz Studio, only to find that I botched it pretty bad. So the most important pieces are always did you tie up all of the loose ends? Because I may go get lunch and then just go straight back to bed.
Alright, well, I'm gonna let you go.
You're like, I'm done. I'm out. Totally reasonable. I will see you at the rendezvous. I don't think I'll be up to see you this weekend. I'm really not feeling very hot, and I'm thinking that probably in case I have something, no reason to give it to you.
Alright, well, I will talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, and I will also leave too. So thank you for all being here, everybody, and keep your eyes on the stars. Bye-bye.